Okay, let's go. I think we're ready. I think we are as ready as we'll ever be, or I am at least. Hello, everyone. How's it going? Hope you're having a lovely day. Let's have a look. I'm trying to figure out a way to put my camera that makes sense right now. I think this might be like an okay spot, maybe. Something like that. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty okay. So, today we are making a saffron fish soup. I've been thinking about doing this for a while, so we're gonna get to it today. But we have a shit ton of fish. Basically, we have 800 grams of salmon and 1,200 grams of torsk. I never remember the name of this fish in English. Cod? Oh yeah, cod. So this is going to be like a kind of a basic, but also a really good fish soup. It's kind of a modification of a fish soup I used to do when I worked in Norway. Now, the one that I used to do when I worked in Norway is also really, really good. But this one has more of a flair to it, so to speak. Anyways, let's get to it. We will start with the fish because I want to try something that I haven't done before. I'm going to try and brine the fish beforehand. Or I'm going to put it into brine basically now. And it's just going to get to brine just for a little bit. It's not a super long brine or anything like that. But I just want to try it and see how that goes, kind of. So I've been trying to defrost this, but it hasn't really gone well. I waited a little bit too long to take it out of the fridge. So it's not entirely defrosted, but I think that's fine. It's gonna get to brine anyways, and that will defrost it before we cook it. So, oh god, my cat! My cat! Stop. Mars, please. Whew. I'm a little bit sneezy. Though, to be fair, I've been kind of sniffly the entire winter so far. Which is real bad. But anyways, as I said, we're going to be using saffron. I have 2 packets of saffron. I think 2 packets are going to be just fine. I don't think we need more. I don't think we need less. I think 2 packets are actually perfect. Now, this is a little bit old. I don't remember when I bought this. But I feel like saffron doesn't really have a best before date. Or if it does, it's super, super long. So it should be fine. Anyways, let's get to the important part, which is, to begin with, measuring the fish. We want to make sure, as always, when you defrost stuff, it's going to lose weight, stuff like that, yada, yada, yada. So we want to make sure that we know how much we are actually having. So I'm just going to cut this up into kind of the chunks that I do want to put into the soup. Now these are already kind of pre-cut. Not entirely, but kind of. They're supposed to be chunks of cod. But I'm going to cut them up a little bit extra, just to be entirely sure that they're a size that I like. But yeah, this is actually surprisingly easy to make as well. Basically, if you want to make this the regular version that I do, you just need curry and it's a weird dish. But I was taught this when I worked in Norway, and apparently it's a pretty common fish soup there to make, which is nice. I mean, fish soups are usually pretty freaking good. I always rate soups pretty highly. Now, I am going to try and so there are certain things that I've been modifying quite a bit with this recipe. One of them being how I add more protein to it. To begin with, we have a shit ton of fish, right? We have a lot of fish, like 2 kilograms of fish, basically, which adds a lot of protein. But fish isn't like super protein heavy comparatively to meat or chicken. So I've done some modifications to try and add more protein to it, which is adding cottage cheese to the recipe. I think it's going to be fine. I did add that before when I made a fish casserole, kind of. And when I added cottage cheese to that kind of worked really well. So, oh my god. I'm like, so, Mars, no. My nose is just running today. Like, it's crazy. I don't even know why. There's like no specific reason for it. It's just like super snotty today. And I kind of hate it. Because I don't want to stand here and just like force you to hear me like pull in like my snot into my skull every time. But what are you gonna do? Hey. There we go. This is gonna be a little bit lower, I think. Yeah. 1,180, but that's close enough. I'm not gonna like change the recipe for that. That's like 20 grams. I need to lift down my cat because he's being a menace, per usual. And I need to blow my nose yet again because it's just pouring out snot out of this thing. I'm sorry that you had to hear that. Okay, nice. So we have the cod. It's basically the same weight as I kind of expected it to be. It was mostly still frozen though, so I'm not super surprised. That's okay. So we're gonna bring out the salmon. Now this salmon is also like kind of like the nice part about making fish soup, right, is that you don't need to grab the nice pieces of fish. You can just take the like horrible ones because you're gonna chop it up into pieces anyways, right? So it doesn't really matter. Mash. I hate when he does this because I have to wash my hands every time so I don't cover him in fucking like food. Every time. And then I have to wash my hands again because then I'm covered in like cat hair because my hands were wet when I lifted him. Anyways, let's get this cut up. We want this into like kind of portion-sized pieces. It doesn't super matter that they're the same size because we're gonna cook these really gently. Like the way I cook fish when it comes to like fish soups and stuff, it's like basically the water is supposed to barely move, and that's the best way. That's how you get the real good consistency on the fish. Though to be fair, we will be microwaving this. Like this is for my lunch boxes, so it doesn't super matter in that sense. But I want to be thorough and do it properly, anyways. You know, because I can. So this should be about 800 grams, and I think we're gonna be there. Like, it's been frozen, but I don't think there's gonna be a massive difference in weight. Now, there's one difference, one actually big, massive difference that I'm gonna do here from how I usually do this. And that is I'm gonna do like 2 types of potatoes for this. I got this idea because I was like, okay, so I want to like kind of make it kind of thick. I want to make the soup kind of thick so it's like easy to carry around you when you're like going to work. But I also want to make sure that like I have some pieces of potatoes. Now what I could do, I could like boil everything together and just like not just be very, just do a rough mix when I'm like mixing the potatoes, like using the hand mixer. But I think the better way to do it, like I'm not sure if it's the better way, but I've gotten two different types of potatoes. I gotten mandelpotatis, the potato I always use when I make mash, and then I've also gotten regular, just like food potatoes that you usually as boil or like use when you're gonna like do fries or stuff like that. Oh, this is actually more than 800. Huh, interesting. So this one's gonna be different. Oh yeah, each of these are 500. Why did I not remember that? That was pretty stupid of me. Maybe I didn't even need to buy the extra. I bought like an extra packet of cod because I was like, I need more protein. I'm gonna add another packet. But I kind of forgot that these were 500 grams, not 400 grams for some reason. God, I'm like so sniffly. It's actually insane. It's so annoying. I sound like super sick, even though I'm not. And I freaking hate it. So that's 960 grams. So we lost like 40 grams. That's acceptable. Okay. As I said, we're going to brine this. Now, the way you usually do it, I'm not going to do a dry brine. I'm going to do a proper like wet brine for this. So we're going to need to make the brine first, I think. I'm just going to change real quick here. Where's the salmon? There it is. There we go. Yeah, that's looking good. That's pretty okay. Save that. Nice. Okay. So, I'm just gonna wash this off while I'm doing it. Fuck it. When in Rome, wash your knives or something. Get all the fish away from this, because we're not going to have to do anything more with the fish. Basically, the fish is fully prepared now for the cooking. Or, well, we're going to have to make the brine, right? But that's fine. That's easy game. So anyways, let's get to it. Now, what we can do, I think this is how we're going to do it. I'm gonna show you guys. We're gonna turn this a little bit over there. I'm gonna grab some paper. Oh God. And then I'm gonna grab this and dry off the cutting board. Just so it isn't like super wet. There we go. Beautiful, lovely. Anyways, so we're gonna do this by weight, I think. So I think we want to do like a 5% water brine, probably. Okay, quick brine for fish. Oh God, I hate this. Okay, I'll be honest, I freaking hate okay, so yeah, so about 5-6% salt should be good. I hate recipe, like a lot of recipe pages nowadays are so freaking annoying. They just have basically the entire fucking life story of the chef and how they discovered the recipe of like chocolate chip cookies in their life. It's like a 5-minute read to get to the recipe, and I hate it. I freaking hate it. I don't know why anyone would read that. Anyways, so we're gonna go for like, I think 6%. 6% salt. So let's start it by adding, we're gonna have to, actually, yeah. How do we do this the smoothest way? I think the smoothest way is just to make a bunch of brine and use however much we need. So we're gonna do that first. Easiest way is to weigh out the water that we use. Now the question, as always, is like, it's kind of hard to tell how much I'll need, but I think we're gonna just like wing it. We're gonna go for 1.5 kilograms of water. Yeah, 1.5. And with 1.5 kilograms of water, or 1,500 grams of water, we need, let's see, 15 is 1%. We need about 90 grams of salt. So let's do that. Now I know that sounds a lot, but most of this isn't going to be like absorbed into it. Because we're doing a quick brine, so we need it to be kind of salty, like extra strong. There we go. That's the right amount. Okay. So now we just need to start to keep whisking this until it's like basically dissolved into the water. This is the thing that can take a little bit of time. I'm just gonna turn this off. But yeah, you can see how clouded this water is because of the salt content. I hope this isn't too salty. I feel like 6% salt it's maybe a little bit too much, but we'll see. We'll see. You can, like, when I'm like moving around the whisk, I can still hear that there's some salt on the like bottom. The thing is, like, it's kind of hard to dissolve salt and sugar into cold water, so that's why it needs like quite a bit of whisking to get there. But I do think that we are getting there. Actually, I think that's entirely dissolved. Is it? Oh, no, it's not. I just found a treasure trove of salt. There we go. That looks good. Okay, so we're gonna pour this over the fish now, and then we're going to just mix it a little bit, make sure that everything's covered, or at least try. I'm not gonna make more brine, so we'll make do with this, but I think it should be fine. Like, there's so much fish in there, it should be able to cover it. Guess we'll see. Guess we shalleth see. Yeah, that's perfect. Let's just pour this over. And as I said, this is a quick brine, so like if you want to do a proper brine that's like overnight, you don't want this much salt. This much salt is way too much for a quick brine. Mash. Yeah, and as you can see, this will cover all the fish beautifully. This will also thaw out the fish quite a bit, which is nice. So we're just going to leave it there for a little bit. That shouldn't absorb too much. I should probably set a timer for this. I think this just needs like 15 minutes or something. So I'm going to set a timer. There we go. I'm just going to make sure that I don't forget about it, because that would be bad. Now, while brining, we want this in a, usually like in a room temperatured kind of area. God, my cat being here is so annoying. Get out of here. He's in the way. He's trying to sneak up on my fish and steal it. Sneaky little bastard. God, I feel like I've like blown my nose so many times that there can't possibly be anything else in my head at this point. But apparently I've been proven wrong. So I'm just gonna do this real quick because I noticed I got a lot of brine on it. So I don't want it to be salty. There we go. So that's our brine. We're just gonna leave that for a little bit. I'm gonna put it to the side. And we're gonna start with the potatoes. Brother, he has a craving for everything. It's crazy. He wants everything. Whatever food I have, he's like, I could eat that. I could probably shove that into my face. And I'm like, but Mars, this will kill you. This is chocolate. And he's like, yes. I will take my chances. Freaking crazy. Crazy little bastard. Okay. So, as I said, I have a weird plan with my fillings for this thing. Or, well, fillings for my content of the soup. I have a weird plan that I want to try out. I don't know if this is a good plan, but it's an interesting one. I'll say that. It is an interesting one. So, I'm just going to take out everything that I have that's going to go into the soup. Some cream. We have far-fetched weapon. We have some cottage cheese. Oh yeah, we only have Coop and Ica. But they are opening a Willys here. So I'll probably start shopping there when that actually opens, because that's probably going to be cheaper anyways. So we're going to you know it. So we're going to try and we're gonna try my idea. I have no idea if this is a good idea, but it is a idea, and that's I'll stand by that one. That's a no one can fault me for saying that. Okay, it is a plan. If it's a good one, no clue. So, and I'm gonna tell you my plan, because this is gonna, you might think it sounds stupid and convoluted, and it might, be stupid and convoluted. I am actually not sure. We shall see. Depending on how this goes, basically. So, what my plan is here is so we have mandelpotatis, and then we have fast potatis. So, potatoes that break down pretty easily, and then we have potatoes that are pretty firm that we can use. So I'm gonna use them. I'm gonna cook these potatoes in the broth. No. Every good plan involves a mandolin. You misinterpreted the mandolin. It's important, okay? Anyways, let's get to this. So you have two things, right? I'm gonna boil these potatoes, the mandelpotatis. I'm gonna boil these and then mix them up so the soup gets really thick. And then I'm gonna take the other potatoes and I'm gonna steam them to like try and keep flavor. And then I'm gonna mix them in after I've mixed the base soup to like get some chunks, right? Does that make sense? I feel like it makes sense to me. So we're just gonna start peeling these. Now, as I said, this is like very much inspired of a soup that I learned how to make in Norway when I worked there. It's really good. Just that, like the standard soup, it's more of a curry based. Like, it's a weird soup, to be fair. It's a curry soup with fish, but it is really, really good. And I'm hoping that this one kind of goes in the same direction. We'll kind of spice it up in the same way, except we'll add saffron, just to like get a little bit of a Christmas twinge to it. A little Christmas cheer into my fish soup, as they say. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Oh god. Mandolins are the best, man. As long as you know what you're doing. The mandolin is like one of the best tools ever. You just need to respect it. You just need to respect the mandolin. Show the mandolin the proper respect. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Everywhere we go. Oh god. I just had this realization that I'm gonna have to measure this. Now this is always the pain in the ass of like when I make recipes with potatoes. I'm gonna have to like remeasure them after I peel them just to see how much like potato I actually lost, like weight wise. So I get the recipe properly written. But I feel like this should go down to like 900 grams. I hope so, at least. That's my goal for it, at least. But we'll see if that stays true or not. God, I should not have bought these like pre-packaged ones. They're like super hard and they're small. So it's a pain in the ass to peel these. I usually buy the ones that are like in kilograms. You can buy them in kilograms. Or like weight-wise, weight, price. Whatever it's called. And it's just easier most of the time. I'm gonna bring you guys over here. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. God, am I becoming sick? I might be getting sick, and that would fucking suck. That would like really suck right now. Mars is like over here, trying to sneak up on my potato peels. Let's see if I can give you guys a little bit of a Mars vision. You can see him there, right? Oh, God. Sudden Mars. He's a sneaky little bastard, little guy. But yeah, we're going for about 900 grams of potatoes, like in total. We'll see if we can keep that number, but it should be fine. Oh yeah, I should prepare my steaming pot, shouldn't I? Let's do that as well. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay. Just gonna get some water in here. Something like that, maybe. We can put this on top already. Just like let this heat up. Boom. I actually have no idea if my like steaming idea is actually a good idea. In my mind, it works. In my mind, it's a good idea. But I am not sure in my heart of hearts. I'm not quite sure if this is actually a good idea. It might be a really bad idea. I guess we shall see. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Everywhere we go. God, maybe I like overestimated how much potato I'd actually need. Because I did get like about 1.4 kilograms, I think. Oh no, 1.3. And I have a hard time thinking that this is going to be 400 grams of peel. I mean, it's very possible, but it also feels not possible, if that makes sense. I mean, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Everywhere we go. I've heard like Christmas songs for several days now in my car. And it's like, it's very frustrating. Or it's not frustrating. I don't mind Christmas songs. I know some people are like, they're the worst thing that was ever invented by mankind. I hate Christmas songs. But I don't mind them. I think they're fine. I do think that the people that really truly hate them work in a service industry, like restaurants or something like that, where they play them like all day long. That's where the true Christmas haters come from. And I need to blow my nose yet fucking again. This snot inside of me just refuses to run out. It's not inside of me, but I can't control it. I feel like a monster. There we go. Yeah. Julbordsjobb. Now that's a horrible one. Jingle bells, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells sing and jingle bells ding. Something like that. I don't know. I actually don't know the lyrics to that one. I feel like I don't know the lyrics to a lot of Christmas songs now that I think about it. I think it's just like, you just need to go by feeling. Sing something merry and you're probably correct. It's like kind of close. It's like close enough. Jingle bells, jingle bells rock. But I can't control it. God, these fucking tiny potatoes, man. I hate them. They're the worst to peel as well. It feels like you lose half the potato, and it's a pain in the ass to actually do the peeling. I'm actually contemplating if I prefer like bumpy potatoes or small potatoes. I think I prefer like large bumpy potatoes rather than like small smooth ones, because the small ones are still a pain in the ass to peel. Okay, there we go. That's my brine alarm. We should probably get the fish out so it doesn't become over salty. I'm gonna grab some gloves. Side of me, but I can't control it. I feel like a monster. Okay, here we go. We're pouring out the brine. Pour brine out for the lads. There we go. Now let's wash these real quick, I guess. Just regular water. There we go, just a quick little wash, just to make sure that we get all of that brine out of there. We don't want it to become over salty. There we go. I think that's fine. We have some water left, but that's a-okay, if you ask me. Well, let's put this back in the fridge so we have it cooled down. Boom. There we go. Debrined. I must confess that. Okay, let's get the rest of the potatoes fixed here. I must confess that I feel like a monster. I feel like... So the nice thing about like the fish, right, with this kind of recipe is that that is the last thing we put into the soup, because it's the thing that needs the least amount of cooking and like the most care when cooking. So I mean, the fish can just like chill in the fridge for now. Just leave it there. Keep it secret, keep it safe. Then we just need to do the other potatoes here and the carrots. And then we're basically ready to start this process of cooking this. I'm going to put these potatoes in cold water though, so they don't turn brown after I've weighed them out. I feel like a monster. God, I'm gonna be honest. Every time I decide to do something with potatoes for these streams, I regret it enormously. I should just use rice, man. Rice is just the way to go. It's just so easy. So much easier and faster than potatoes. You don't have to peel it. You just like go. You have to wash it, but that's pretty quick. Comparatively to this fucking hellscape. God, this was actually a punishment for people like back in the day. Imagine having to spend the entire day peeling potatoes. And imagine doing that before you had a potato peeler. You just had a knife. Fuck me. I would cut myself so much. I would not trust myself in like peeling potatoes with a knife. I would not trust myself doing that. I'd rather eat them with the peel on, if that was the case. Oh god, my hand is starting to hurt again. I always do this when I peel potatoes. I like kind of fuck up one of my fingers a little bit, which is pretty bad. Well, it's not bad. It's just like the way I hold the peeler is very unergonomic in that sort of sense. I'm not used to peeling a lot of potatoes, so I don't have a great way to grip the freaking peeler. That's fine. Who needs some skin on their pinky finger anyways? Or not the pinky, the... wait, which one is it? This one? There we go, we got those done. Let's measure them out. Let's just do a quick measure. I know they come. The nightmare's just begun. Okay, so this used to be like 900 grams, and now it's 730. Okay, so we're probably gonna get kind of close to our goal weight here. Okay, let's get the other potatoes peeled up. These are going to be way faster because they're bigger. So these are like actually surprisingly fast. The nightmare's just begun. I must confess that I feel like a monster. I should stay with the Christmas theme though. Well, it's the first time making it this way. I've kind of made this soup. This is kind of a modified recipe of a Norwegian soup that I have in my mind. So it's kind of a modified version of that. So I know kind of like, if I were to make this exactly as I used to make it, I would not do this. I would just like cook all the potatoes at the same time and just like not mix it. Ah! Oh God. But I wanted to try something because I wanted potato chunks, but I also wanted to make sure that the soup got pretty thick. So that's why I decided to try this. So that was like 730. Let's say that. So I don't think we're going to get down to... We might go for like 1 kilogram of potatoes. Mash! He's tried to squeeze past. He's like, excuse me. I'm just gonna squeeze right past here. Freaking rude ass bitch. But yeah, usually this recipe is like made with it's made with potatoes, carrots, usually like one more root-based vegetable, and then you have onion. Usually have purjolök. What's the name for that? I never remember. Leek, that's the word. You usually have some leek in there, and that's about it, really, like vegetable-wise. Then you have water, cream, oregano, curry powder, gurkmeja. I don't know what the English word for that is, but that too to get the like yellowy color. And that's about it. Okay, let's see. How much does this weigh? 340. Yeah, so about 1,050. That's a little bit too much, so I might actually remove some potatoes here. There we go. So now it's about 900 grams of potatoes. There we go. Oh no, we're gonna peel them. Okay, so let's get these in water while we peel the carrots. We don't want these guys to go brown on us. There we go. So we got these carrots. We're going to use all of them for this as well. Boom. Oh, they're all big. Thank God. They're all big ones. So then they're easy to peel. This is the kind of peeling that I like. I do actually enjoy peeling carrots quite a bit because it's just so satisfying to do this. It's just so easy. Looks so clean when you do it. Very satisfying. But yeah, I have made this recipe, like not specifically this one, but the one that this is based upon. I've made it like several times. It's my favorite fish soup to make. But I wanted to add more protein in it, and I wanted to try and make it a little bit thicker, because usually it's kind of like runny, the soup. So I want to make it thicker so that I can like more easily have it in my lunchbox, right? Hence why I changed up the recipe a little bit by trying to do the thing with the potatoes, to like mix them to make it a little bit thicker, and also adding the cottage cheese, mostly because cottage cheese is going to, it kind of works like cream to some degree, and it's going to add a lot of protein. So that's why I'm adding the cottage cheese as well. Now the cottage cheese is, I'm gonna boil the potatoes, make sure that they're soft. Then we're going to add the cottage cheese and mix everything, so everything becomes soft and not chunky in any way, shape, or form. And then we're going to add the carrots and the other potatoes to like give some chunks back. And that's my plan, and I'm sticking to it. And this is also, I was thinking like, okay, should I like put the potatoes into the soup after I've like mixed it? But then I realized that's going to take a while. So I'll probably, I was like, okay, I can steam the other potatoes and the carrots while I'm cooking like the mandelpotatis. While that is happening, I can steam the other ones and like kind of pre-cook them to some degree. And that's my plan. That's what I'm doing. Okay, let's do this kind of weird ass cutting, because this gives nice kind of like chunks that are like kind of uniformly like the same size, which is a nice way to do it. Plus it gives like, it looks like they've been haphazardly chopped rather than like precisely chopped. It just gives a nice look to the carrots, I think. But yeah, we're going to steam these with the potatoes. I know that these probably need a longer cook time than the potatoes, but we'll see how it goes, kind of. Mars? Nej. Mars is really considering every avenue he has to get to my food right now. Mars. He's on top of my my fan now, or like my kitchen ventilation thingamabob, and he's keeping an eye on me. I don't mind that he's up there, as long as he doesn't try to jump down and get something down here, because that could be chaotic. Oh yeah, Flowerman, have you tried to do any farming in Legion Remix, or did you say fuck that? Did you say nah, fam? That's not happening. Need to blow my nose. I mean, yeah, understandable. You only do it for the transmogs, so I'm just gonna do it. I basically almost have everything I want from it. The only thing I'm missing right now is the Varian Rin sword from Broken Shore. So I need to do the Broken Shore campaign, and I need to do all the raids one more time, and then I'm done. Then I'm like, yep, I'm done. So I'm probably gonna try and do that today and or tomorrow. I guess we'll see if I have time, but hopefully I do. That's my plan, at least. The Varian Rin Sword is gonna be so good looking, especially on a Death Knight. I feel like Unholy Death Knight running around with that. The Surmar, the like super long one that's supposed to be like over several patches. The one where you unlock the freaking the elves, the elf race for Horde. I don't remember their name. But you know what I mean. I am the one who preys on you. So the way to cut carrots like this, I actually learned from... apparently they do this a lot in Asian cooking. Just like give a little bit of variety to their like carrots and stuff. Yeah, the Nightborn. Yeah, that one. I remember I did it with my Paladin when I wanted the Nightborn. Like back in, I think it was Shadowlands, maybe. So I've done it like a while ago, but it is a horrible quest line. It's so long, and like it makes sense when it was released in different patches, right? But like if you're doing everything at once, it's like, oh god, it's the worst thing that ever existed, basically. But I feel like my character is like pretty strong now. I'm at like 30% versatility, which is not like crazy or anything, but it's pretty good. So I'm like tanky as hell and should be able to handle Heroic World Tier. Though there is not really any point to doing Heroic World Tier anymore for me. So I might just switch to regular and do the Broken Shore quest line just to get the thing. Oh no, don't I need to do something else like world quests as well on Broken Shore? I don't remember. 100 world quests? Was that the thing? God, that sounds horrible. Why is there demand for so many world quests? I feel like that was the thing that you need to do. I need to have a look. Anyways, I want those swords, both for like my monk and my Death Knight. I think the sword would look really cool on Holy Death Knight, and I think the like dual wielding swords would look really cool on a monk. Hello! I knew he was going to do that at some point. He's going up. He's like really high up now. He's like on top of my shelf, like my like kitchen shelves. I'll show you. Yeah, right. Like there's no point to it. Well, I mean, to be fair, it doesn't really matter. Like, for me at least, it's like, this is literally a way to level characters fast and get cool transmogs. That's literally, and cool mounts. That's literally the only reason I did it. So I was like, oh, I can level Demon Hunter and I can like get some cool transmogs while I'm doing it. So for me, that was like a pretty good deal. Let's turn on my pot. Let's show off. Look at this little fucker. What are you doing up there? Why? You little bastard. Anyways, let's move you guys over here to the actual big boy pot. There we go. I am the knight. Oh yeah, I did yesterday when I bought more game time. I pre-ordered Midnight as well. Because I was like, I'm gonna do it anyway, so I might as well do it now. That was my thought, at least, when I did it. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Okay, so I'm just washing out the layers of the leek, because usually the leeks layers usually have a lot of dirt in them. I'm just doing a quick little wash of that. There we go. Let's move my taters. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Fucking carrot. Everywhere you go. Okay, so we're gonna cut up these leeks. Like kinda not super chunky, but like not super fine either. I actually don't know how much leek this is. So we're gonna have a little look at that as well when I'm done cutting them. I might just add like, okay, I have a plan. I know what I'm doing now. I actually have an entire plan in my head now of how to cook this. It's going to be simple yet beautiful, I think. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. I feel like I'm super about to sneeze yet again, but I kind of can't be bothered to do it properly. So I'll just stand here with my knife until I actually sneeze. That's my plan. I'm sticking to it. Oh yeah, yesterday Mars turned off my computer as well by pulling out the freaking power cable. He's a freaking menace every time. He's like actually a terrorist in my apartment. There we go. We have all the leek cut. Now let's measure it. Yeah, I don't think I'm allergic. I think I just I don't know. I just hope that I'm not getting sick at this point. Okay, let's see. So this is probably the better choice. Oh, Mars is above me now. So we're going to put this here and do a little bit of measuring just for fun, just to see how much leek we actually have. Oh God, this is more than I thought it would be. It's going to be about 400 grams, I think. I am the one who plays on you. I offer everything at sea. There we go. I mean, 365. these are such low calorie like kind of thing that it doesn't really matter how much I have, to be fair. I think I set 30 grams of oil. I'm just gonna make sure. Yeah, that would be horrible if it happens during M+. That would be like really annoying. Oh, I set 20 grams. That might be a little bit too little. A little bit too little, but we'll see. Something like that. Oh god, there was water in it, mixed in it. Yeah, that should be fine. So we're doing the big pot today because I don't know how much this will like be. I want to make sure that I don't make the same mistake as like last time I did something with fish and like overcrowd my cooking vessel. But yeah, we're just gonna fry this up real quick. Make sure that it kind of like browns a little bit, stuff like that. And after that, we will put it back into this thing actually. And we will do the potatoes. That's my plan, I'm sticking to it. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. There we go. We got the water out of the potatoes. So let's cut them up a little bit. We're gonna cut these into really small pieces just so that they cook through real quick. Ah, fuck, they're so like, oh, I hate these potatoes to some degree. Because they're so hard to cut sometimes. They just like stick to the knife super hard. Just like, oh, and then they're stuck to the knife forever. Okay, we're slowly getting there. So what we're going to do, we're going to take half of the leeks out of the pot and save them so we can like have some whole leeks as well. This is turning into like a potato and leek soup. I just realized. That's fine. Potato and leek soup with fish sounds pretty okay to me too. I'm gonna be honest. Sounds pretty okay too. I mean, potato and leek is just a classic combo soup-wise, I feel like. You know, it's hard to go wrong with that. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. There we go. The leeks are getting fried up. It's looking pretty good. They're getting a little bit browned. Because we want to get some browning on the leeks, but not too much. Not a crazy amount, just a little bit. So we're just gonna keep mixing it now and then, just to make sure that it doesn't burn. There we go. Maybe I should have added the soybeans to this. I was thinking of doing it, but I was like, I have soybeans in everything. I need to like take a break on the soybeans. And so I decided against it. Maybe I should have added that. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Everywhere you go. Oh yeah, we're getting some browning. Some browning on these guys. Here we go. All right, all right, all right. It's bigger, faster, stronger too. Okay, only one tiny potato left. There we go. Beautiful, lovely. Let's gather up all our leeks, or like half of it at least. There we go, like half. About half of it. That should be about good. About half of it. It's beginning to look. And then we add the potatoes. Now we're not gonna fry these. I'm just adding these to like make sure that stuff doesn't burn. I'm just gonna add some water basically instantly to this. I think about 2 liters of water should be enough. Yeah, 2 liters should be great. Maybe 1.5. It's actually enough. We don't want too much liquid because we're gonna need to be able to fit this into my like lunch bags as well. If I will be sharing. If only I could, Bondor. If only I could. If I could, then I would. Or something. I don't know. Anyways, while that is starting to cook, I'm gonna let you. We're gonna move you guys because this is gonna be boring. He's gonna put the lid on. Just like let it sit there for a bit. I'm gonna put you guys over here though, and like maybe lower you a little bit. There we go. Let's see how's that looking. That's looking pretty okay. Okay. So we're going for these potatoes now. We want them in kind of the same size as the carrots, I think. So we're gonna like do something like this maybe. We could try and do a similar cut, but I don't think it matters because I think these potatoes are gonna cook. They're gonna become kind of soft-ish. So they're gonna get like kind of a rustic feel to them no matter what. But as you can see, like this is not a lot of potatoes. This is just like 4 potatoes. And I'm mostly doing this just to get like some kind of, maybe I should add more water to this. I don't know how much water is actually left in it. So we're gonna add some more. There we go. Just a little bit, just a smidge of water. I think so too. Mars he's still sitting up there, waiting patiently for his time. He's biding. He's a Pokemon that used bide, basically, at this point. Mars used bide. It was super effective. When the time has come, when the bells have tolled, shelter your weak, your young, and your old. Each of you shall pay the final sum. Cry for mercy. Reckoning has come. You recognize that one? You recognize that one, Flower Man? When you least expect it. Cry for mercy. Reckoning has come. I just remember that line so clearly because when I leveled my first character in World of Warcraft, it was during Halloween. And I just remember doing the Halloween event, like in Goldshire, so many times. It was crazy. You've tried and failed. Okay, so we're gonna put all of this into my pot with the steaming apparatus. And we'll see how this goes. I've actually never tried this, so this is gonna be interesting. But basically, we're just steaming the potatoes and the carrots. And we'll see how it goes. So I think there's one more thing that I want to do, and that is I want to pestle the saffron. I don't think I need to. I guess we'll have a look at it and see kind of how it looks. There we go. Let's put that up a little bit so it started boiling. So we get some steam going. Basically, I'm giving the potatoes and the carrot a nice little sauna. Mars is like slowly moving around above me, like following where I'm working, kind of. Just ready to strike. It's kind of funny. Okay, let's do a little bit of a cleanup here. Clean up on aisle 53. Let there be no doubt, justice prevail. Okay, our potatoes and leeks are boiling. So We've started the cooking process there. That's good. We're going to have one look here. Because this was 500 grams, and I only put 400 here. Oh, this is not the correct one. Wait. That might explain why it was different. Let there be no doubt. Justice prevailed. 500 grams. Boom. Yeah, that's looking correct. 8 carrots. There we go. Boom. Our recipe is in order. One thing that is a little bit annoying is that, like, I need to change the recipes on the spot. Just to kind of like get a good kind of like idea. Oh yeah, the saffron is, it's already mushed up. I actually think we could add this here already. Just add our saffron into the soup already. Just because, like, it doesn't matter if it's added now, I don't think. Saffron doesn't like heat. It being boiled shouldn't affect the spice. And to be fair, saffron is mostly like a smell, more so than a... Oh my god, there's 3 of them? Didn't realize there were 3 packets. Okay, we'll see if 3 packets is enough. Or, like, it's enough, I'm sure. But we'll see if it's too much, I guess. 3 packets of saffron. That's a lot of saffron. God damn. Gosh darn it. God, this is getting, like, pretty red. Which is nice, like, a good kind of red. A saffron red. Oh yeah, this is gonna be nice. This is gonna be really nice when it's done. I can already tell. I can already tell it's going to be amazing. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bells rock. Jingle bells sing and jingle bells ring. I'm gonna do this because we're gonna have some entertainment. Twix! Inte så ofta man får se dig här. Nej. Tjenare kompis. I got him. Can you see him? There we go. He's not very happy. He's not a happy camper. I can tell you that much. He usually doesn't like being picked up. Like, he doesn't mind it, but he doesn't like being carried for a long time. Mars is, like, very different in that sense. He can, like, sit on my shoulder and shit. Yeah, I'll put you down now. Meow. He's meowing. What a cutie. Quiet, isn't he? And Mars is like looking from above, like really jealously. He's like, "What are you doing, father? Why are you paying attention to that guy? Do you not... Am I not enough, father? Papa!" There we go. Okay. We're starting to steam this slowly but surely. That's good. I'm gonna exchange this roll of paper because I've like blown my nose so many times now that I've run out of paper. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bells rock. Jingle bells sing and jingle bells ring. It's kind of crazy how far this like mic can reach actually. That's kind of crazy. Oh no. Mars noticed me taking out a new roll of paper and he was like, "A toy? New toy? For me? Oh, I promise I won't break them this time." New toys for me? Oh, I promise I won't break them this time. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bells rock. Jingle bells sing and jingle bells ring. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bells rock. Jingle bells ring and jingle bells sing. Do 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 do. There we go. Let's see here. Okay, so I think I'm gonna have a quick little look at the potatoes, but we basically want to annihilate these potatoes. It shouldn't take that long to get them to like annihilation status here. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bells rock. Jingle bells ring and jingle bells sing. Okay, we have the cottage cheese. Now, basically what we're going to do, right before we mix this, I'm just going to shove the cottage cheese into the soup, and then I'm just going to mix everything together. That's my plan, and I'm sticking to it. I'm going to bring out all the tools for the mixing. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bells rock. Jingle bells ring and jingle bells sing. Do 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 do. Yeah, they're gonna need a little bit more time, or maybe not. They're actually already kind of soft. We'll give them a little bit more time. They're like a little bit too stiff still, like the bigger pieces. So we'll give it a little bit more time. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bells rock. Jingle bells sing and jingle bells ring. Ra-da-da, ra-da-da, ra-da-da-da-da. It's down to Jingle Bells Rock. Boom ba ba, boom ba ba, boom ba ba bo. I'm just cozying up with Mars here, don't mind me. I'm just like having a nice time cozying up with this guy. This guy. My man. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bells rock. Jingle bells sing and jingle bells ring. Do 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 do. We'll let the jingle bells rock. Actually, do I have any like? Let's had a realization here. Do you have some stock cubes that I could throw in? Some vegetable stock. We'll put in some of them. Why not? Right? Oh, I think this is chicken stock. Oh well, we'll put some in. Fuck it, why not? I'm just winging it at this point. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bells rock. There we go. Let that boil for a little bit. Break up the stock cubes. I don't have any vegetable stock, which kind of sucks. I usually don't buy it. But at this point, I feel like I would like some vegetable stock. That's a-okay. I'm wondering if we need some... I don't think so. I was like, do we need something sour in this? Like something acidic to bring everything together? But I don't think so. I think we're actually like really fine with how it is right now. We'll let the jingle bells rock. I'm just going to increase the heat on our steaming pot. I feel like it's not boiling enough. I feel like we want more oomph in the boiling here. I added a vegetable stock cube, and I thought I added 2, but turns out one of them was chicken. So that's fine. But that's fine. Doesn't really matter now, does it? I mean, it's just some chicken stock. Don't mind it. It's fine. I mean, to be fair, chicken stock adds basically better flavor to anything. That's probably my favorite stock. Like when it comes to stock cubes and like pre-bought stock, it is the best one, if you ask me. It is the best. It is the way. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bells rock. There we go. I think it's like kind of... It's getting together now. True. It's not a massive difference. One's a bird and one's a fish. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Okay, I do think that this is ready though. I think we can start mixing the soup. I'm gonna see if I can find a nice place for you guys to watch me do the soup mixing. I'm not entirely sure I can find a nice place for it though. We'll see. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bells rock. There we go. Is that good? It's kind of okay, I guess. It's not the best. Exactly, their eggs are edible. And isn't that everything that counts when we count similarities? If human eggs were edible, we would be similar to chickens. Oh, right. I almost forgot about the freaking... I almost instantly forgot about my plan. Let's add the cottage cheese. I have no idea if this is going to work, by the way. But I have had cottage cheese in stuff before, and it kind of have worked as cream to some degree. Like kind of giving the same mouthfeel and just like making it a little bit thicker. Giving that creaminess. There we go. Almost instantly forgot about the cottage cheese plan. Which is classic me, to be fair. There we go. Let's just mix that a little bit. There we go. And now we're just going to mix everything together. And trust me when I say that this will make sense in the long run. Yeah, by the way, have you had any ice peeled on the beta, by the way? Oh, I'm pretty sure about that. Ow, fuck. That was hot. Oh well, I'm just a little bit covered in stock. That's fine. Have you had a look at the beta, like the classes? What are you going to play in Midnight? I know that you did mention Paladin before, but I just want to check if that is still your plan. There we go. I think the mixing is done. There's not like... If there are some stuff left unmixed, then they will stay unmixed. That's just how it is at this point. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bells rock. There we go. Let's put it back on the stove. I'm just going to move you guys so you can see how nice and yellow this is now. It's actually looking real good. He's the one to come with the feel good. There we go. Come on, look at me here. Oh well, that's good enough. It's your go-to. I mean, so far, I've from what I've seen, healer-wise, like there seems to like I haven't looked at that much at healers because I'm really bad at healers, so I usually don't look at them. But I've seen that Shaman seems interesting, I guess. I don't know about Paladin. I have no clue, actually, how they're going to work out. The only thing I know is that stuff is going to start... like, tanks are not going to take as much damage as they used to, like nuke damage, if that makes sense. But they're technically going to take more damage, right? Because they don't have as many defensives. So I guess, like... Oh yeah, Warlock also seems fun. Demonology seems in a really good spot, which is nice. Doesn't happen all the time. I think Hunter as well. Survival Hunter looks interesting. I don't know if it's going to be good, but it looks interesting. For me, though, it's definitely Unholy Death Knight or Blood Death Knight. Oh god. I'm just like, I'm going to have to switch shirt after this. I'm just covering myself in cream and everything. Yeah, like Unholy Death Knight seems really fun. Blood Death Knight seems really fun. I think Monk also looks really fun. It seems like they've added a lot of like self-healing to Monk. Yeah, I basically checked tank and DPS classes. That's what I've been looking up. I was like looking at Arms Warrior as well, because they also seemed kind of interesting, but I'm not sure. But I mean, so far, it's going to be Death Knight for me, like, to begin with at least. And then we'll see kind of what it turns into, I guess. Okay, this is starting to look really good. Like, the color is there. We're going to need to spice it up, basically. But other than that, I think it's, like, looking pretty good. Oh, God. I'm going to need to switch my ladle here, I think. Yeah, that definitely needs more flavor. We're missing flavor. We need to go to Flavor Town. Was it that much of a hassle? I think monk healers were like kind of meh. I actually have no clue when it comes to healers, like who are actually kind of legitimate at this point, like which ones are actually good. Okay, I think these guys have steamed through. We're gonna give them a taste. Where did I put my spoon? Where did my spoon go? That's kind of nice, I guess. Oh yeah. They're ready. They're definitely ready. Now I just need to find steam picky uppy holes. There we go. Boom. Done. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bells rock. There we go. Look at these. They look kind of beautiful. They're like very soft now. Perfect. I don't think I need to cook them anymore. I think I can just like plop them down into the soup whenever I want. So I'm gonna flavor up the soup a little bit. Try and get like some of the flavor in there, and then we're going to start to put everything together. We're gonna put the rest of my oregano in here. It's not a lot, but it's some. There we go. Now we can throw this one away because it's empty. Okay, so we need salt. Quite a bit of salt, actually. Like I had basically no salt taste so far. So we're gonna add quite a bit of salt. There we go. We're gonna add white pepper, mostly because it doesn't like show in the soup itself. Some white pepper. I think we can add some onion powder in this, actually. Ooh, do we want to add Flower Man? What are your thoughts on adding some lemon pepper, citron pepper? Do you think that would go well? What are your thoughts? I'm gonna add some white pepper as well. What are your thoughts on lemon pepper? I am so happy that I took the big pot for this, by the way. This would be a pain in the ass if I had the small pot. Like, it would already be overflowing. I am getting a little bit worried, though, that I have too much liquid for this. I guess we'll see when we start packing it into the lunch boxes. There we go. That should be properly mixed now. Let's have a taste. I think more salt. I think we're missing salt. By quite the margin. Might have to refill the salt. Do I have more salt at home? Oh shit, I don't think I do. Oh well. We'll use what we got. If that is the case. I maybe would have needed more saffron, actually, now that I think about it. Like, the saffron taste isn't super palatable. Like, it's more of a... Though, to be fair, saffron is more of a smell than a taste, I would say. Jingle bells. This looks like it could be a great chicken soup as well. Yeah. There we go. We're getting there, salt-wise. I'm going to add a little bit of MSG, just a tiny smidge of it. There we go. And I think a little bit more. There we go. And I'm gonna add some citron pepper, lemon pepper. It's gonna add a little bit. Because this is very, like, it has a lot of, like, aroma in it. Plus, this is really nice. You can just, like, kind of crush it. There we go. Just a smidge. Let's add some this as well. we go. Boom. I think that should be done. That should be all the flavor that we need for now. And there's going to be flavor added when we add the fish as well. So I think that we can just like kind of chill now with the flavors and the spices. Why is it spicy? There we go. Yeah, this is going to be good. This is going to be good. It's going to get because right now what it's missing, if you ask me, is like this kind of fishy flavor. We want like a fishy flavor. And that's going to come from us adding the fish, obviously. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to add the fish now. And as I said, the fish needs to be cooked very slowly, very carefully. So we're just going to slowly add this in here. God, this is like kind of thawed out again, and like we have a ton more water now. I'm just gonna pour some away. Who knew that fish had such a like contingency to be watery? Crazy, I know. There we go. Just gonna keep adding fish. Then like slowly stir it a little bit just to incorporate it properly. I think there's gonna be a shit ton of fish in this. Like, this might turn into more of a fish stew than a fish soup, if I'm gonna be honest. Though not consistency-wise. So I think it's fine. There we go. And we're in the last steps here. This is like literally the last thing that we do. We just want the fish to cook through, and then we're done. We might check for like flavor once more, but I think this is gonna be kind of perfect flavor-wise as well. There we go. We got all the fish in there. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bells rock. Jingle bells ring and jingle bells sing. So now we're just gonna stir it very carefully. We do not want to like break up the fish in any sort of way. We want it to be like kind of whole. But as you can see, like when you see salmon poke out, you're gonna notice that it's almost cooked already. Beepity 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 beep. Rippity pew pew beepity pew. Like this isn't even boiling, and you can already tell that the salmon is like starting to get a little bit of a like cooked outside, and it's not even hot. I think these, I'm gonna taste the potatoes here, the steamed potato. Yeah, they're the perfect consistency. I should have salted them. That's the only minus I have about this. But they're really well cooked. They're gonna go perfectly when the fish is entirely cooked through. We're just gonna, actually maybe I'll add them now because we're stirring in the fish anyways. And I don't think they're gonna cook any extra from this really. Like the consistency won't change really. There we go. Let's just mix this in as well. And God, we made so much soup. I already know that this is going to be way too much for. I will be surprised if we can shove this into my 10 like lunch boxes. I'll say that much. But it looks really good. It's looking real good. Real good. Feels good. Oh yeah, and now we're getting that flavor that I wanted, the like fishy kind of flavor, and that's gonna permeate through it as the fish cooks. Oh, this is perfect. God damn, we had a cat falling down. Well, he didn't fall; he jumped. So it's like it's okay. He was planning on it. It was his choice. Okay. I'm just gonna empty my dishwasher while I'm doing this, because I'm gonna have to anyways. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bells rock. Jingle bells sing and jingle bells ring. Ah! Woo! I can't control it. Do, 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 do. The night has just begun. I must confess that I feel like a monster. I feel like a monster. I feel like a monster. I'm throwing this away. There we go. We have the dishwasher emptied as well. God damn. Multitasking up in here. Mars. He's trying to eat, like lick up the leftovers from the like pot that I had the fish in. Damn, Mars, you nasty. You nasty boy. Night has just begun. I must confess that I feel like a monster. I feel like a monster. Fuck. Hello. Mars is yet again trying to eat stuff that he's not supposed to, as per usual. There we go. I think this is actually kind of done now. Like I'm betting the fish is cooked through at this point. Oh God. My nose. Why? Why have you decided to abandon me? Yep. Fish perfectly cooked. That is actually like scary, kind of, how perfect that is. That is like scary how well cooked that fish turned out to be. At least the salmon. I'll do a test on the cod as well. Yep, perfect. This is actually done. Food is done. Let's do the classic packing, and I guess we'll see. This is going to be interesting. Actually, I have no idea how, if this is going to fit in my like lunch boxes. So we're aiming for 10, but I am skeptical. I am very skeptical. Okay, so we have 8 there. Nine. I'm missing one. Oh, there it is. I'm stupid. 10. There we go. So this might turn into more lunchboxes than expected. But we will start and see where this goes. Start with 3 scoops, I guess. Actually, I'm gonna need to take some paper to have ready for when I'm scooping, so I can like wipe off the sides. Okay, so this is like 3 scoops, and I think we're definitely gonna need to put more in each. There we go. Actually did put a little bit of extra liquid in that one. So we're gonna do it to these guys too. There we go. Okay. I'll be honest, I'll be very surprised if like 10 is enough, but it's starting to look like it might be enough, actually. Though I am still a little bit unsure on how to like transport this to work, because that's going to be the big issue for me. Okay. So we have 5, and we're not even halfway done with the soup. So I think this is going to be fine. Like, we're definitely going to have enough, I think. This is beneath the skin. So it's like 3 scoops and a little bit extra liquid in each of these for now. And we'll see if we need to add more. It is looking like it because we only have 2 left that are empty right now. There's quite a bit of soup left. Kind of funny though, like how, because there's so much of this, but still like the calories aren't that high. It's like 400 something per lunchbox, which isn't crazy. I think it's 460. Which is like a pretty good amount. It's a pretty normal amount for my dishes. Okay, let's see if we can, oh god, if we can fill some more into these guys. This might actually be just the right amount to be able to like fit in these. I think we've kind of run out of filling and now it's mostly just liquids left. I'll just do like 1 scoop of liquid into this bigger one that I have. Other than that though, I think these are like pretty well filled. There's one here that could use a little bit of leaven. And now it's basically just like, there's like 1 potato piece left. So I think that's perfect. We did it. We successfully filled 10. I didn't think this would actually work. I am considering if I need to, I think that I might have to like take the ones that I'm going to take to work and freeze them to be able to like transport them safely. I think that might be the big brain move here. So let's see, I'm gonna bring 2 this week to work. So I'll freeze 2 for now, and then I'll worry about the rest later. Because like transporting them is a little bit of a pain, I'm gonna be honest. Anyways, I've already eaten lunch or dinner, so this is where we're gonna end it. Thank you guys for hanging out. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed Mars being a menace as usual, and me trying to do my best as usual, but mostly failing. But I hope you had a lovely time. It was very intense in the cooking area. God, I'm like so tired that I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. Whew. Thank you all for hanging out, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.